Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have an interesting episode for you guys. You want to make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me get into the topic here. So, as some of you guys are aware, Kobe Bryant is my favorite basketball player of all time. All right. I've also said that Kobe, we recently did a video with Shannon Sharp basically saying that Kobe Bryant never received the same level of scrutiny that LeBron did. And one of the examples he gave was that Kobe Bryant walked and talked like Michael Jordan. And I was trying to understand, okay, so what's the point? I couldn't understand that. But anyway, I've said that Kobe Bryant, to me, is the most disrespected top 10 player in NBA history. Some people say it's other people. To me, I think it's Kobe. I personally, however, have Kobe Bryant in my top 3 all time, behind Michael Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't think there are enough people out there that understand just how good of a player Kobe Bryant was, and just the level of and the amount of competition that Kobe Bryant had to face in his NBA career. Most people don't really know that. They don't. I think most people that understand Kobe Bryant caught him towards the tail end of his career, and they don't really understand. They don't have a macro view of Kobe Bryant as a basketball player and the type of teams that he faced over his NBA career. Listen to this. According to an article on fadeworld.net, Kobe Bryant faced more 50-plus win teams from the year 2008 to the year 2010 than Magic Johnson faced in his entire NBA career. I want you guys to listen to what the heck I just said. Kobe faced more 50-win teams in that 2-year window than Magic Johnson had to face in his in his entire NBA career. But it doesn't stop there. FadeWorld.net also provided another article. I'm going to delve a little bit deeper to provide some context to what I'm saying here, because I think a lot of people, whenever you talk about Kobe, they just run with the normal talking. Blah, 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 blah. So you got to give them some information. You got to give them some data and some evidence. Listen to this. Kobe Bryant has a 25-10 record versus 50-win teams in the playoffs. That's Kobe. He has a 2-5 record versus 60-win teams in the playoffs. To contrast that, LeBron has a 10-9 record versus 50-plus win teams in the playoffs. He is 3-4 versus teams with 60 wins. And Michael Jordan is 20-7 versus 50-win teams and 7-2 versus 60-plus win teams. Those stats should give you an insight as to why I have Kobe Bryant ranked so high. But it's not just because of that. There's more to it. Of the 3 players that I just mentioned, LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, listen to this. Kobe Bryant played with one top 75 player for the entire duration of his NBA career, and that player was Shaquille O'Neal. Michael Jordan played with 2 top 75 players for the history, throughout the entirety of his NBA career. And the first 6 years, he didn't even have an all-star to mention. The moment he got one all-star, or the moment Scottie Pippen developed into an all-star, the Chicago Bulls three-peated. That was the first top 75 player. That was Scottie Pippen. And the second one was Dennis Rodman when they went on their second three-peat. LeBron, throughout the course of his NBA career, has played with 4 top 75 players. And if we're talking about total all-stars, it is laughable. Think about this. I believe Michael Jordan played with a total of 4. I might be mistaken. 5, if we're being kind. All-stars in his NBA career. Think about that. Jordan won 6 championships with about 4 or 5 all-star teammates. Kobe Bryant played with Shaq. he played with Pau Gasol. That's the second All-Star. I believe Lamar Odom made an All-Star team. And I believe Andrew Bynum made an All-Star team in Ron Artest. 5. I believe Kobe Bryant played with 5 All-Stars. LeBron, you can't even count them. Like, it's like the Avengers, man. He played with so many All-Stars. Enough said. Now, let me continue. But one of the biggest stories, one of the biggest talking points we get out there is the dominance of the KD Warriors. And to me, in my personal opinion, the reason why I believe so many people say that team was so dominant, just giving you my opinion, is because they want to make LeBron's challenge seem bigger than life. He faced Goliath in the finals. He faced Thanos in the finals. So there's so when they were able to slay that Golden State Warriors team, and by the way, LeBron's team never beat that Golden State Warriors team with KD. But when they beat that 73-win team, they were like, oh my God, he did something that no one else could. That's the storyline that they tried to basically portray out there, right? But if you listen to these guys, they're saying that basically this Golden State Warriors team is the most dominant team in the modern era. But according to ESPN, we got a stat, according to ESPN, we got a stat from ESPN via sportsrush.com. They're basically saying this, and I want to read it for you guys because I think this stat is quite revealing. They said this: the 2000 to 2002 Lakers are still the last professional sports team to successfully three-peat after the Lightning falls short in the Stanley Cup's finals. #LakeShow. I want you guys to just take a moment and think about what the heck they just said. The Shaq and Kobe Lakers were the last American professional sports team to three-peat. That is unbelievable. And they're the last team to do it since the Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls, if I'm not mistaken. The fact of the matter is this, and this is when we're going to get into meat of this video. Kobe and Shaq are arguably the most dominant 1-2 punch in the history of basketball. Shaq, when he says that, he's not saying that for no reason. They are arguably the most dominant 1-2 punch in the history of basketball. And I think they are definitely more dominant than the 1-2 punch that KD and Stephen Curry had with that Golden State Warriors team. I don't even think it's up for debate, if we're being honest here. Those Warriors team had more talent overall. I'll give you that. But the premium that Shaq and Kobe provided was greater than that of KD and Steph. And certainly, let me say it one more time, certainly greater than that of what LeBron and D Wade provided in those championship years. Let me give you guys Shaq and Kobe's numbers during those finals runs. Let me just give you guys Shaq's number from 2000 to 2002, just in the playoffs. And you tell me, Shaq, in the 2000 playoffs, he averaged, think about this for the playoffs, 30.7 points per game, 2.4 blocks, 0.6 steals as a center, 3.1 assists, 15.4 rebounds. He shot 45% from the free throw line, 56.6% from the field, and he was playing 43 minutes per game. Shaquille O'Neal with his big self. The next year, he averaged 30.4 points, 2.4 blocks, the same, 0.4 steals, 3.2 assists, 15.4 rebounds, shot 52% from the free throw line, 55% from the field, played 42 minutes per game. And in the last year of that three-peat, he averaged 28.5 points per game, 2.5 blocks, 0.5 steals, 2.8 assists, 12.6 rebounds, 65% from the free throw line, and 52% from the field. Those were Shaq's numbers in the playoffs during that three-peat. Now let's get to Kobe. Because some people say, well, KD had amazing numbers. He did. But Stephen Curry had numbers nowhere close to what Kobe Bryant did. Let's get to Kobe. His first year during that run, and remember, this was Kobe Bryant's 4th year in the NBA. I want you guys to also take a listen to this. That year, Kobe Bryant was the first time he played more than what? 12 plus games in the playoffs. That year, in the playoffs, he averaged 21.1 points per game, 1.5 blocks, 1.5 steals, 4.4 assists, 4.4 rebounds, 75% shooting from the free throw line, 34% from the three, 42% from the field, 39 minutes. The next year, think about this. This guy went from averaging 21 points per game to 29.4 points per game, 8.8 blocks, 1.6 steals, 6.1 assists, 7.3 rebounds, 82% from the free throw line, 32% from the three, and 47% from the field. And the final year, he averaged 26.6, 0.9 blocks per game. That's the guard. 1.4 steals, 4.6 assists, 5.8 rebounds, 76% from the free throw line, 38% from the three, 43% from the field. Those were Kobe and Shaq's numbers during their championship run. And they won 3 NBA championships in a row. 3. Y'all can go look up D-Wade's and LeBron's numbers. Kobe and Shaq were clearly the more successful duo because they were able to capture 3 championships consecutively. And it's one of the reasons Shaq to this day says he believes that his Laker team would dominate that goal. It would get ugly. It would get ugly. Now, some people say, whatever rules you want to play, put them on a basketball court. Okay, let's do it like that. Put them on a basketball court and let's see who wins. I'm taking Shaq and Kobe's team. And I think it'll be a bloodbath, to be quite honest with you. I will go with Shaq's team. Now, for all of that dominance that it just showed that Shaq and Kobe had, it shows you how Michael Jordan, the dominance that he had, is even more impressive. Because Michael Jordan three-peated 2 times. You see how hard it is to three-peat 1 time. Only 1 team has been able to do it in 20 years, and that was the Kobe and Shaq Lakers, and Jordan's team did it twice in the same decade. For those of you who are still under the illusion that someone out there is better than Jordan, put your hat on right. Jordan is still the undisputed GOAT. There are stats about Jordan that are baffling. This is just one of them. This stat shows you the dominance of that particular sports team. And that is impressive because there's been no professional team that's been able to three-peat. Then consider the fact that there was another team before them that did it twice in the same decade. Folks, it just shows you the brilliance and dominance of one Michael Jordan. But it also shows you the brilliance and dominance of Kobe Bryant, who I believe still gets disrespected. But thank God they put out this stat. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.